What up, peeps and peepettes? MorbTron back today with more Ark Survival Evolved Primal Fear on the Crystal Isles map. And I just want to thank you all so very much for all your support in prior episodes. If you like this one, do not forget to do whatever you want to do to that like button and subscribe for more daily content. So today, guys, I have some real talk I want to do with you guys about some stuff. It's kind of not so good stuff, actually. So if I end up sounding upset, there's a good reason for it. So we're gonna do some building while I'm doing this. It's not just gonna be me running around and talking, and there actually will be a speedy up bit to complete the build, or at least what we're gonna be doing today. But for at least the start of it here, I'm just going to be talking with you guys about some stuff. And unfortunately, that stuff is financial stuff. That financial stuff shouldn't be an issue, and I kind of feel bad talking about it on YouTube. But basically, I wanted to do like a get to know Morb episode for like another subscriber goal, but I think now is an appropriate time to also do it as well. I am 29 years old. My profession, the thing I went to college for, is auto mechanics, things of that nature. And I was doing that. I was actually a master certified repair technician for quite a few years, up until a accident happened at work, and I was basically permanently injured in the back area, and I was taken out of that career. The length of time I was in recovery was over a year, and I never actually fully recovered, and it has been an ongoing battle ever since then to just do like day-to-day stuff. Now I have been working still in the automotive industry, but on a more like office style setting for a number of years since the not so recovered recovery. And you know, it went well. It went well. And I actually went and took a different position at a at another establishment about mid last summer, or actually I said towards the end of last summer, 2016. And it was going so well that I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a big purchase. So I made a big purchase, right? And I don't want to get into what the big purchase was, but let's just say I made a big purchase, right? And it was a very, very large purchase, but it was one that I felt, you know, it was time. It was time to make that jump, and so on and so forth. And it was great. I loved it. I loved the position that I was in. Well, it turns out the first of the year, so this is January, I lost that job. So I've been financially stable since then, and I have taken to creating content while I search for that replacement job, to kind of continue where I left off, but with a different company, maybe that one that won't let their employees go after such short amount of time for no reason, or not a good reason, I should say. The reason why I was that I lost that job was never disclosed to me, but I had been having some ongoing back problems while I was at this position, and I don't think that my employer then valued me as a employee enough to keep me on through those issues. So that's why I think I got let go. But it was never official. because releasing somebody for medical reasons, especially when they are working with doctors and things of that nature, is very shady. Not technically illegal, but very shady. So that was a thing. But like I said, I've been financially stable ever since then, while I look for my next career path. And in the time being, I've been creating content for you guys, and it's been a blast, and it will continue to be a blast. This is not a farewell episode, believe me, I'm not going anywhere. What this is basically one of the bigger things I decided to do is I moved. I moved out of the house that I was living in to a different house. And I had a roommate. Had is the key word there. Some stuff happened that I won't get into on YouTube because I don't air out dirty laundry in public areas. But basically, earlier today for me, yesterday for you, I was given exactly 2 weeks' notice that my roommate was moving out, and my next payment on my residence is due in 15 days. And it is going to be a struggle bus and a half to get there. And basically, I've gone into full panic mode since then. Completely, like, went psychopath. Like, I was in a really very bad mental place for a few hours. But what I have done, and I'm not expecting any of my viewers, any of my subscribers to do this, because you being here and just supporting the channel is enough for me. However, in order for content creation to be more of a focus for me, unfortunately the dollar signs become an issue. So I have created a Patreon account, which I will link down in the description. Now, some people start a Patreon and they have their minimum donation of $1, basically the lowest that you can do. My minimum donation is not $1. My minimum donation is $5, and there is a reason for that. I'm not saying that I don't appreciate the support if you can only offer me $1. However, if you can only offer me $1, I would much rather have you just enjoy my content, you know, watch it. If you like it, you know, leave comments, that sort of thing. Just, yeah. So it's, I don't know, I don't like the fact that I'm setting up a Patreon with only, well, it's like a little under 250 subscribers, which the 250 subscribers that I have, you guys are amazing, and I love you guys. You're super awesome. You're like the best people on the planet for me, and yeah, it's amazing. So, anyway, here I'm getting all upset and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, link for the Patreon is in the description below, and if you can, great. If not, also great. I love just having you watch my videos. That is enough support for me. However, if you want to support me creatively, and allow me to allot more time into content creation, and have this be more of maybe even a job later on down the line. Yeah, people need money to live, unfortunately. So there's that. Now, what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this build to kind of move on, I'm going to move up. I was kind of seeing like how I wanted these pillars to be done, right? These pillars are going to be, it's all going to be open here. There might be like, I might do railings around the outside. but just railings. No walls, no glass, no gates, especially behemoth gates. Those are way too freaking big. But I was kind of playing around with how high I want them. And I think 5 is maybe the perfect height. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with 5 high. And then there's going to be a platform. You know, of course, I'm going to put a platform up on top of these pillars, and then the spire is going to start forming after that. So the tower will start to collapse in on itself, get narrower and narrower as it goes higher, and ultimately up to a singular point, which will be the Godzilla Shrine, which is amazing. So, yeah. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to at least get the first level of this thing done, and that way we can start designing and playing around with and testing what we want to do with the rest of the spire. And what I plan on doing is I actually plan on taking the 6 center triangles out and have like an elevator shaft that goes all the way from the bottom all the way to the tippy top, or at least to the tippy top room that's going to be there. Maybe not all the way up to the spire, or the tip of the spire, the Godzilla Shrine, but at least to like my living quarters, which are going to be up on the highest level of the tower. So I might have a couple different levels of flyer landings, or I might just have this one. Because, to be honest, I don't feel like landing gigantic, huge wyvern on this thing. So they can land on the dirt. The things like the tape jars and maybe RGs can go in here, and that sort of thing. So, what we're going to do here, guys, I'm going to start a speedy up bit. Once I get all these other towers to 5 high, because I'm going to have to do some derping around on a tape jar. And then we're going to build a platform and see where that leads us. Because I have an idea, but not a thorough plan. So let's see where that leads us, folks. Speedy up bit. Engage. Alright guys, we're back. And, yeah, sorry I couldn't do this whole thing during the montage, building montage, speed up bit. Those triangle sloped roof pieces that are glass were a real pain in the butt. So yeah. I'll give you guys a grand tour here. Now, I am going to have that elevator shaft that's coming down the center, and that's why the floor of what's going to be my bedroom has that hole in the middle of it. But we're going to save that for another building episode, because that's going to be a whole lot of messing around, a whole lot of playing around, seeing if that'll work. But we're going to go up here, and this ladder is only temporary until the elevator is in place. So, but you see here, I could not get the sloped triangle roof sections to snap, make that smooth. So I figured I'll do something kind of funky looking and just put in the angled wall sections like that. So that way it's just not stepped. I think that actually looks better than if it was smooth. So I really, really like that. Really, really do. It looks super awesome, and it kind of goes with the triangle bits that have the metal. I'm not going to take the metal away from the glass there in that ring, because I want that to look like it's supported. Granted, it is going to have that elevator shaft going in the middle, but I want to make it look like it's actually like part of a solid structure, so it has like bracing and things like that. And that's kind of what those are there. But I think those look really, really cool. But like I said, this ladder, it's only temporary. Let's just teleport up there using the ladders, and then like around here, I plan on putting railings, but those are a pain in the butt as well, because I like to snap up and down in different places. And then in here is going to be the bedroom. Like I said, there's going to be that elevator shaft that goes up to the ceiling in here, and then it's going to go all the way down to the main floor. So there's going to be a hole that goes through the glass there. Yeah, so and then the rest of the spire is going to go up off of this. So I think it looks super, super neat. I really, really like it. I hope you really, really like it too. Also, building this has been actually like almost therapeutic. Not nearly as about to have a mental breakdown as I was at the beginning of the episode. So, sorry for that. But again, a link to my Patreon will be in the description. I do not... I'm not going to expect anybody to sign up for it, but if any of you feel like helping me out, the link is in the description below. And there are some rewards set up for the different tiers of donations. There will be more if it picks up. Like, I might even do like Patreon ARC servers. Well, not ARC servers, like ARC server. So I can play ARC with you guys. I think that'd be super neat. Playing ARC with Patreons and whatnot, who's it's. But guys, that is going to be it for the episode today. So if you liked it, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, honestly, okay, so if somebody is new and this is the first episode they've seen of me, I apologize. I feel kind of crummy at setting up a Patreon with only 220 something subs. But that's the yeah. Anyway, also there was another episode that was supposed to be for what you're watching now, but that's going to be pushed back until tomorrow, and the features that purple Rex there. So stick around for that. But thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all your support. If you like supporting me more, Patreon down below. Like I said, still love you guys. If you don't, you can't. If you don't wanna, doesn't matter to me. Being here, supporting the videos with a like, with a sub on YouTube is way more than enough. But yeah, I'm gonna end the episode there, folks. So have a good rest of your day. And I'll catch you all next time.